readers,
reviewers,
brothers.
lend us your ears. Welcome back to the channel. Today, myself, Will, and my lovely, kind, funny brother and handsome, to add to the list, Edward. Yeah, we are talking about some books that we are going to force the other brother to read in 2023.
Like
there is no question.
Force.
Physically,
like
so
ram down your gullet.
And I probably won't do that. I'll probably do the intimidation kind of route, and also the starvation, not of food, but I'll hide your things from you until you agree and sign a contract to read the books. So that every single day, a few of your books have been missing from the shelves until they're completely depleted and they're just empty shelves.
People have been murdered for less. You're going to take my books and hide them,
but to get you a great reading experience.
That's all right then.
It's worth it, isn't it? So yes, we've got 3 books each, don't we? And so yes, we would love to hear what you think of these books. What books do you think we would enjoy, according to what you think we've enjoyed in the past? What do you think our tastes are?
We're going to be reading them all regardless, because these are the ones we're pushing next over the next few months.
Yes.
Pushing.
Forcing.
Okay. Ramming.
Grond.
The first one for me, which I'm passing on to Will very soon, will be The Sword of Kaigon by M.L. Wang. And this is a fantastic...
Can I just clarify a point? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do I have permission?
Yeah, granted.
We are going to talk about the book that we're recommending to the other brother. So the book Ed talks about, he's recommending to me, and the books that I'm recommending, I'm pushing to him. Thanks, Ed.
That's right, you had a bit of horribly dry skin.
Thanks, Ed.
The Sword of Kaigon by Emma Wang is
not just dry skin.
Samurai fantasy tale, which is... Listen, I was put off by reading this right at the beginning because someone said it had like video games and technology in. So I was like... why would I read that when it's meant to have katanas in? But it doesn't come into play. It's very minor. You don't even need to think about it. It is a bit weird.
What if I do think about it?
Well, then that's okay. You're in a safe space.
Now I'm in a safe space.
It's okay. But Sword of Kaigon is fantastic. It follows 2 characters, and one of them is the mother, and one of them is her son. And they both get split up, and they actually don't have much time spent with each other. But it is all about developing these characters in a very short span of a few days, a few weeks, I believe. These characters develop and they grow so much, and there are secrets about them that you kind of find out as you go along. You can probably guess some of them as you start to read, but the climaxes of this book, and there are many, are absolutely fantastic. They blew me away. They were full of emotion. They were gut-punching and heart-wrenching. And also the set pieces were used brilliantly, similar to The Counselor, where they really push forward the story, but also push forward the characters as well.
Blew you away.
And it really, no. Hey, this is serious business now.
Sorry, do you know the joke I was going to say?
What?
Did it huff and puff?
It's not a wolf, William. And these aren't 3 little pigs. They're samurai, for crying out loud.
No, you're the pig. The little pig. You're huffed and blown away. You huffed and puffed. And you were blown away.
Sword of Kaigon by Emma Wang.
So yeah, I am actually genuinely really looking forward to reading Sword of Kaigon.
I'm going to kill you later.
Brotherly love. Next, I have one that Ed has read, Assassin's Apprentice, bit 1 of the Farseer trilogy. Yeah. You listened to it and you didn't... No, just get into that. You listened to it and you didn't think that... it was nothing towards the narrator. It didn't click with you.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then you read it and you enjoyed it. Yeah. And then you didn't carry on, and whenever I've talked to you, it's not been on your reading pile. So I'm going to force you to carry on with the series, because I'm doing a complete and utter reread of The Realm of the Eldlings, encompassing all the books, and I would love it if you join me reading the first trilogy.
Actually, might be the heaviest book I've ever held in my life.
Have you not got the special edition of book 3?
No.
That is heavier.
Are they going to do special editions of every book? Or just
no, see, this is the thing. I think some people need to jump on the bandwagon, because only the first series has been done.
Am I going to see spoilers if I look at the pictures?
Yes.
Oh my word, there's a wolf. There is a wolf at some point.
They're some of the most incredible characters I've ever come across. Farseer trilogy is a character-driven series.
Everyone says
Robin
Night
Hobb is
Eyes.
incredible.
Everyone says Night Eyes is better than Storm.
Well,
a
lot of people say that they're both their 2 favourite animal companions.
Yeah, a lot of people
and they are both
wrong.
incredible.
A lot of people are wrong.
Night Eyes is an amazing character, and so is Fitz.
But would it eat Storm?
This isn't your typical...
Would it eat Storm?
No, because Storm's a bigger wolf.
Exactly. So do they
Night Eyes is probably more intelligent.
But I don't want to play Scrabble with Storm, do I? I wanted to hang out where she keeps you warm.
But as I was saying, this is not your typical epic fantasy series. There are high fantasy elements, but as I said, it's a very intimate story, and it's about the characters. It's about the growth. It's about the development of character, and that is why I love this series so much.
Who is she?
The trials and tribulations. Ed, stop looking.
Sorry.
The trials and tribulations, because you're going to spoil it.
Right.
The trials and tribulations they go through are insane, and Daniel Green did this hilarious skit.
Oh, that is the funniest skit I've ever seen.
It was about Robin Hobb when she's writing about Fitz and calling him in. What she does.
Office.
So funny.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that is Royal Assassin, book 2 of the Fastest trilogy, which I really, really hope you read in 2023.
I will be reading it very soon in 2023. Now, William, I do have a present for you, because this book is going to change your life, and I think you'll even start dressing differently. Obviously, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but the book is going to be Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry.
Now, so you're recommending the 1,000-page book?
Well, I thought it's time you actually read a big book, because, it's been a while. That
has it?
When was the last time you read a book that was around 1,000 pages?
I'm near the end of Storm of Swords, Ed. I'm currently reading Storm of Swords, which is, I think, 1,100 pages.
And look how small the font is.
Oh, no.
But Lonesome Dove...
See, it's not big books that scare me. It's when they're small font. I need glasses. And I've got this weird thing. I don't need glasses all through the day. At the beginning of the day, my eyes are fine. But as the day goes on, my eyes deteriorate. So by the end, I need glasses. And by the very end, I can't read small fonts.
And
even with glasses.
if I come in the living room and see him reading, he'll probably have 3 pairs of glasses balanced on his nose. So
dedication.
To magnify them.
Yeah, that's why I said dedication.
Yeah. So, Lonesome Dove, I think you will love, William, because you love Joe Abercrombie's writing. And I think Larry McMurtry could be Joe Abercrombie's biggest influence in terms of writing style. He really captivates his characters. They're very individual personalities. This is the funniest book I've read. And it is also one of the saddest.
Really?
And I think, you are a character reader through and through. And this book is essentially about...
That's me.
A whole smattering of quirky characters. I know that you love Red Dead Redemption 2, not just for the epic gunfights, but mainly for the beautiful characters and
I always spend that literal hours
moments
just talking to people.
Exactly, and if you enjoyed that, William, Lonesome Dove's View, it's not like Outlaw J.C. Wells where you're going to be reading about gunfights every 2 minutes. It is more like maybe Unforgiven, but also a bit less, still less gunfightery. It is more real, I think, and it is more. Less badassery, but more crime.
A lot of heart.
A lot of heart. And I think it's one of the Pulitzer Prize for a reason, and it is a book that definitely deserved to win the Pulitzer Prize. It is amazing.
Very nice. Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews recently read it. I think he said it's his second favourite book of all time.
No wonder. What's his first?
He didn't say in that video, I don't think. But what else was I going to say?
That you wanted to read this for a long time.
Yes. I did say 2023 is going to be my Western year, so I have to read Lonesome Dove, don't I? So
I've got a whole.
It's good that you're recommending a book that I was intending to read,
and this is the best of the best. So
the creme de la creme,
the piece de résistance.
Why? Nice. Next up, I have historical fiction, and it is Gates of Athens by Con Ilgudin. Nice. So this is book 1 of the duology Athenian, and then Lion is part of a new series, but it's with the children of some of these characters.
The kids.
And so, the kids, So this is about the early Greco-Persian War. So it encompasses the Battle of Marathon and not Salamis. No, but I forgot the name.
Battle of Marathon, the Battle of Triathlon.
Marathon, Thermopylae 300, and there's a naval conflict
Salamis?
As well. I think it's the one just before that. I think Salamis is at the very beginning of book 2. And then Plataea is the Battle of Plataea.
Yeah,
that's in book 2 as well. But so this was absolutely brilliant, and I got to the final page thinking, wow, I've been really engaged, really moved, but I've not cried. And then the very final paragraph, Conor Goodin did something very crafty, and I was sobbing. So you have to read this.
So they die. They all die.
I'm not saying.
Okay. It is Thermopylae, to be fair.
It is Thermopylae.
And the last one for me, Will, is a
That's disrespectful.
Now beaten the hell out of. It is a fantasy, but it is more of a detective style fantasy. And I read this as a trilogy, but I would say you could read book 1 as a standalone. And are you sniffing your armpits?
Yeah.
Okay. You prefer.
Where do you think my armpit is, Ed? I did that.
I don't know about your body. Anyway, Blackwing, Ed McDonald. It's more of a detective style fantasy. Don't do it. Don't do it, William.
That's what I was hiding.
And Ed McDonald is a really great writer. Gal Harrow is...
that is a great name.
It is a good name. So this is kind of Flintock style fantasy meets kind of Fallout, I believe, really. Mixing with a bit of like the Skyrim Draugr. So
nice.
You've
got gritty.
You've got this big Draugr force basically coming in, and there is like a forbidden land, like no man's land basically, which is where they live. But they're like their lord is basically rising up and is coming to take over the free people's cities and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And Gal Harrow is part of the Order of the Blackwing, where he's basically a secret agent. And he goes around and he's trying to find out, because they obviously have infiltrators, people trying to help the dead king essentially from within. So he's trying to root them out. And it is fantastic. The people you meet along the way, the quirky nature of them. It reminds me of The Witcher with the strange creatures and the quirky characters as well. But the writing of Ed McDonald here is absolutely fantastic. I think he's got a great, fantastic pacing. The pacing here is probably the best thing about it because it just does not stop. It's a really short, really quick read as well. And I think you would definitely love it.
Thanks, Ed. That does sound great. And I do like a detective style based novel. I mainly watch crime and dramas, but I never really read any.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to actually read some.
And then it goes into epic fantasy towards the end, so you've got a bit of
a great mix of everything that I enjoy. Then
definitely.
And that
is not all.
Not all. I've got one more, yes, and I have something a bit different, but I still think you'll really enjoy it. You're the one telling me now, yeah. Wow, how time's change.
How the
turntables. Next up, I have the picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. So I think this is very different from what you usually read. It's very different from what I often read, but I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Love a bit of Oscar
This
Wilde,
is about a descent into madness, corruption, being tainted by the promises of immortality, and so on and so forth. I absolutely love how it shows a character and how they can be easily influenced, and how one decision in your life can...
William,
wait, I don't think that was on purpose.
William, dog
no,
ears.
Genuinely,
you dog ear it.
No, I would never do that.
But you did. So, William...
That must be by accident.
No, it doesn't happen by accident. You know that.
Okay. If I did...
Do you know why I took it off of you? Because
Why?
you're sitting and doing this?
I am a bit disrespectful to books.
And then you're dog earing it.
But, wait, Ed... You do that.
No, but you don't.
But I read this 2.5 years ago, so that's past Will self.
Another one. 2. It's not.
Wait, where's the other one?
Okay.
Is that not the same one?
Shame on me. Shame on you.
That's the same one.
No, it wasn't, Will, because that was this side.
Oh, this is atrocious.
3 of them.
I'm not recommending this to you anymore. See what you go on to do. But yeah, I'm genuinely ashamed of myself.
Come on then.
For doing that. But yeah, as I said, it's about a descent into madness. It's about someone who is given something which many people are not given. And it's about that descent into becoming obsessed with yourself and the things that are on surface level instead of what's actually important about life. But it's done in such an interesting way. It's very, very gritty, and I love how the darker themes come into play. What at first seems like quite light and just happy 19th century fiction. Are you going to focus on what I'm saying this book is? Or?
Firstly, you're recommending this to me because it's about someone who descends into madness because they're obsessed with the way they look. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Why are you recommending it to me?
No, I'm just saying it's an amazing book.
I've really wanted to read this for a long time as well. And especially when you're reading this at college, it really definitely sounded right up my street. And I remember watching that film with The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yes. And Dorian Gray's in there and he's got his nasty painting, isn't he?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it goes bad. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this, Will. Thank you for recommending a classic. Is this class as fantasy? Must be. It's got a secret mirror in.
Well, it's got fantastical elements.
Not a mirror, sorry. Mirror. He's the
painting. Yeah, it's got fantastical elements, but it's gothic. I love a bit of gothic.
Yeah, we like.
I love how the kind of movement to gothic. It seemed to be where a lot of writing before that was a bit more dense, and it went towards what I believe it seems like it went into the movement of more being a lot more accessible, but
Yeah.
having so many layers that you can dive into and really kind of mine into and reap what you find.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Will. And that is our video today about what books the brother is going to recommend the other.
3 each.
3. And it's going to be really exciting to read those books because we've had a pretty good record so far about books read, books enjoyed, books loved.
You've read 5 books that I recommended you, and 4 of them have been 5 stars.
Yeah.
And some of them are your favourite books ever.
Yeah. Continue.
And I've read 2. And I believe it's 2.
As little as 2.
No, actually, there was another one.
Gates of Fire.
The Wolf Sea.
Wolf Sea.
There was another one. I've forgotten what the third one was. But it's a good record.
Sisters, Brothers?
Yes. Sisters, Brothers. It's 2 5 stars, 1 4.5.
Cool. Very nice. So, we look forward to it. But
Oh,
please...
Rise of Sigurd.
Read...
That was a long while ago, but you still got me to read that.
Doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Doesn't
What predates the channel.
Yeah, doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
But yes, thank you for watching our video very much. We hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know what books here appealed to you. Have you read any of these? Do you think William will like my selection? Do you think I will like William's selection? What books do you think we should be passing to the other brother based on what we like? Please let us know in the comments below. We look forward to seeing you there.
Truth and Courage.
Truth and Courage.
The Brothers Gwynne.
The Brothers Gwynne.